not give your furniture a makeover in 2016?
We have with us Amber Lemon, the owner of Unusual Fit Springfield, and you, my friend, have got some very cool ideas. We're doing two things today. The first thing that we want to talk about is the metallic look, because that's hot, right?
It is very hot, especially for the new year. Everyone's got their sparkles and their glitter out. So with that, we have some metallics. If you're looking to save money this year, doing your own furniture is an extremely easy and cheap way to reinvent something you already have.
But here's the thing, Amber. I see things and I love it. Like, I see what you did, I love it. And then it comes to, like, actually doing, and I have no clue where to start.
It's actually really simple to do. I started with something really easy that anyone out there can do. You have a piece, depending on what you're starting with, it might be a little bit different process. But this is just a glass and metal table. You take the pieces apart and you want to clean it up. You want to wipe it up really good, make sure there's no chemicals on it, and you want to give it a little, a little rub down with sandpaper, a very fine grit. You can use a 220 grit just to give it a little something for the spray paint to adhere to.
So 220 grit, that's the number that refers to how coarse it is. Is that
yes,
right? So
yes. The higher you go, the less coarse it is. I mean, you go really low to like a 60 grit, and it's very, very coarse.
I get you.
So you want to stay very high, so that, you don't have, like, the marks in your furniture when you redo them.
Right.
Now, it seems to me that spray paint is your friend on this. Do you use spray paint on a lot of your things?
Yes,
okay.
I use a lot of spray paint. It's very easy to work with, especially when you're using metallics. It gives you a much cleaner look. But when you're using spray paint, you want to make sure that you do very even strokes, because a lot of problems people have is going too slow and having a lot of drip marks.
That's my problem.
Or too fast and just missing spots altogether.
Okay. So my other question, too, is there's obviously the spray paint goes on to whatever it is that you're working on.
Yep.
But then you want to do it in a space where you're okay with spray paint getting on other things.
Yeah,
is
something
that right?
that's very well ventilated. Outside, is obvious, very obvious. But, indoors for the winter, anything you can open the windows. I mean, a lot of people do their basements if you can put a fan in your window to keep everything very well ventilated.
Okay.
And always wear a mask.
Now, I see what you're topping it with. Did you spray paint those, too?
Yes, this actually,
cool.
These are just branches that came from outside, which, obviously with the snow you can't grab right now. But, they were live branches. You just give a couple coats of spray paint, seal them up, and it was extremely cheap. I mean, go to the dollar store and get, some cheap vases, and accents really make your furniture stand out.
And that's almost free. And a can of spray paint is maybe $3 or something like that.
Yes.
My question, though, and you might not know the answer to this, does the wood eventually deteriorate, or does the spray paint act as kind of a binder that keeps it
I think I've done this, and I've had pieces for years. Once they're sealed up, because you can use a clear coat over it, I've never had any problems.
Very cool.
Wow, I love the way that it looks. It's nice, and it's obviously great for the holidays, too. I don't know where it's behind us, but there's something you could take out just for the holiday season because it has that sparkle and the metallic look, which is really, really hot. Now, I want to...
Yeah.
Oh, these apothecary jars. Yeah, these are really cool.
That's a tough word.
It
It is a tricky one. Apothecary.
All right, so...
But it's the same principle. You took a jar, and then you added a candlestick holder.
Yeah, and these are
like that.
really easy, extremely easy and simple to do, and you probably have the, supplies that you need lying around your house. You can use old, pasta jars, pickled jars, gravy jars.
That's true.
And once you take the sticker off and clean it up, you can use them to store just about anything in. It's really great for the new year because you can organize yourself.
Declutter.
I just realized what you did here. You spray painted it and then put, like, a doorknob or whatever on the or a drawer.
And this is the best part. Is you can choose any knobs that you want from any local hardware stores, and you can get really fancy with it, or you can keep it really simple. So you can get glass ones or anything that matches your decor.
Very
That is
cool.
so cute.
Now,
I love this idea.
Later in the show, we're going to do a whole different thing that's also trending. It's the rustic look. Is that right?
Yes.
Very cool. All right, so we're going to do that in just a little bit. We're also going to show some fun before and after pictures so we can show you exactly how easy it is. And a funny highlight from a little bit earlier this morning. More information at mymasterfield.com.
We're back with Amber Lemon. She's the owner of Unusual Fit in Springfield. She has great ideas to inspire you to make your furniture pieces a little more rustic.
Now, Amber, earlier in the show, we were talking about the metallic look, which is big in 2016. You're also saying rustic's going to be a big look.
It is. It's huge, and it's been huge for a while now. I think a lot of the reasons it's such a simple look to get. These windows here are actually one of the easiest things you can actually do to get the look. Because these are old windows that came off of an old house.
Okay.
And I didn't have to do anything but sand this down. There are layers upon layers on this window. So when you just start to sand it, you get the look, you get to see the wood and the different layers of the paint that's already on there.
So in other words, you kind of just rough sand it.
You do. And you want to use a more coarser grit than you use on the metallics. You can use something that's, 120.
Yeah.
So that you don't want to go too coarse again because you'll just keep taking more and more off. But you can add a little stain to give it a little bit more of a rustic. Seal it up so that it doesn't chip anymore if you like the look that you get.
Oh, so how do you seal something like this up?
You can get polyurethane. You can get it in a can. You can get it as a wipe-on.
Okay.
It comes in a variety of forms. So whatever works best for you to seal it.
But polyurethane's the buzzword. When you go
Absolutely.
to the store, you say,
you want to seal everything that you
Okay.
do to keep it.
This seems really cool, too. I know this is not what the segment's about, but this is awesome. How'd you get this look?
This is a frosted glass look.
Yeah.
These windows are great because they can be wall art, they can be storage. So whatever works for you, you can customize it to fit your look in any room of your house.
Yeah.
So this is actually, I used a decal, a simple wall decal that you get at your local hardware store. You put that on, and the frosted glass is a spray, so you will just spray the window a couple of coats. When it's dry, you pull them off, and you have a really unique look.
See, I think it's really cool because more and more people are seeing the possibilities. Because there's Pinterest, there's all these, obviously we have this thing called Google, and so you can go there and see all these different ideas, but how do you do it? So I think it's really cool to see how it's done. Because it can be intimidating.
I have a lot of people who are like, how do you do that? Once you see it done and you try it for the first time, I think you'll get used to it and, be able to do it a little more. And you can step up to, bigger and bigger projects.
Speaking of bigger and bigger projects, this right next to Ashley's leg is another window with a similar rustic look, right?
Yes, that's actually a really good example of how to, find a way to organize, because that's another big, New Year's resolution for people is I want to get more organized. This is a really good example because you can use these in any room of your house. You can customize it to what you need. You can add more shelves. You can, add more hooks to what you need. So, when you get in the house, so where to put your purse and, hang your keys, like a lot of us who are losing those. So it's a really good place, to just store everything that you need so you're not losing everything.
And then lastly, you brought this table with you, and did you do it very similarly as you did the rest? Oh!
Actually, that table is...
Now might be a good time to show people what I did earlier today. So while we were filming our promotion, I did this. Take a look. And as you can see in a second, there we go, having a good time.
Jeff got really excited to show off the table.
And that...
Oh, no!
So that happened earlier, and that's one way that you can give something a rustic look. But also you can do what you were doing earlier. I imagine you sanded this down?
Actually, no. That is chalk paint, which is... It's one of the easiest things to work with.
Really?
I absolutely love it because it really minimizes the amount of work that you have to do.
Chalk paint, really?
You don't actually have to do much. You don't have to prime it. You don't have to sand it. Chalk paint comes ready to use. You want to wipe everything down, and then you do, you can choose the look that you want. You can paint it and leave it as is, or you can distress it and choose how much distressing you want on it.
Well, both of these looks, they look great. If you want more information, you can go to our website, mymassappeal.com. That's where we have that. You can also see as many times as you want me hurting her table.
Changing gears.
Yeah.
What makes